If you were given the opportunity to earn $1 million from the stock market, what would you do? Would you spend your days staring at charts, applying dozens of indicators, or following the strategy of some expert? But just imagine, what if that very same money was earned by someone who, at the start, knew almost nothing about trading? No fancy degrees, no trading office, and no team of experts. Yet he managed to earn $1 million from the stock market. And the most astonishing part is that at the time, he wasn't even sitting on a trading floor. He was traveling the world and performing in dance shows. Yes, a dancer. His name was Nicolas Darvas, and he discovered a method for understanding the stock market that later became famous worldwide as the Darvas Box Theory. The story of his remarkable journey was chronicled in a book titled How I Made $2 Million in the Stock Market. This is not merely a story about trading. It is a story about mindset, the way of thinking that can transform an ordinary person into an extraordinary individual, capable of achieving tremendous success in the stock market. And today, you are about to hear the most vital lessons from this book, the very lessons that turned a dancer into a millionaire trader. So listen closely, for just a single idea from this story has the power to completely transform your entire trading mindset. The first lesson of this book teaches us a fundamental truth, a truth that most people fail to grasp when they first embark on their trading journey. When most people step into the stock market, their mindset is remarkably simple. They believe that if they could just get a good tip, find a reliable company, or have an expert tell them exactly when to buy a stock, they could make money quickly. However, Nicolas Darvas's story begins in a completely different way. When he first heard about the stock market, he felt the same sense of excitement that every newcomer experiences. He felt that this could be a fantastic way to make money. He sought advice from a few people, listened to some tips, and, relying solely on those tips, bought his first stocks. Initially, he felt that making money would now be easy, but he soon had to face the reality that every new trader eventually understands. The market does not move based on anyone's tips. The very people who had offered him advice were themselves unsure of what the market would do next. Before long, many of his trades went wrong. His capital began to dwindle. And that was when he realized something crucial. If you trade based on the thinking of others, you are not truly understanding the market yourself. You simply end up becoming part of the crowd. Darvas realized that if he truly wanted to make money from the market, he would have to stop relying on the opinions of others. He would have to learn for himself. He would have to figure out for himself how the market actually works. He began to view the market through his own eyes. He started tracking the stock prices published in newspapers. He attempted to understand the charts. He began observing which stocks were consistently trending upward and why. Gradually, a realization dawned upon him. In the market, the greatest rewards go to those who exercise their own independent thinking. Those who constantly rely on the opinions of others often end up making decisions too late. By the time the crowd begins talking about a particular stock, a significant shift in its price has already taken place. Darvas resolved that he would no longer remain just another face in the crowd. He would cultivate his own understanding. He would learn to read the market for himself. And this very decision became the most pivotal turning point in his entire trading journey.